So this is my Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R. It's a 2016 model, and as you might be able to tell, it's in red, which is not a factory option for this bike. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the fairings on this bike because I've gotten a lot of questions. Are they painted? Is it wrapped? Or is it a whole new fairing set? So this is a complete fairing set from China, more specifically from AliExpress. It's finished in a lovely cherry red. Obviously, it really pops in the sunlight. And they cost me about £350. So you might be wanting to do a colour change on your bike yourself and you're thinking, is it worth doing? Well, today I thought I would break down a few little pros and cons of changing your fairing with Chinese fairings and just talk through my experience with it. So let's start with the pros. They were £350, which is nice and cheap. Secondly, there was a ton of options available. You had Nardo Grey, you had obviously this red, purple, carbon effect, all kinds of stuff. So there's lots of options to choose from. And of course, the third pro, they look absolutely fantastic on the bike. And of course, it really does make you stand out. I don't think I've really seen another Gen 5 ZX-10R in a red like this in the UK, which is why I wanted to do it, get it changed from the stock KRT fairings and just make it a little bit different. So that is, of course, the pros. Now, what about the cons of changing your fairings?
No, not at all. If anything, we're interrupting you. We can do a race. You got to give me a head start. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people walking up and down.
So they do take a little bit of time to arrive. I think these took about 40 days in total, which might not be a problem for you. If you're, of course, pre-planning, you know they're going to take that amount of time. It's not something you can just buy and get next day delivery on because a lot of them do have to be made. And I had these customized. On the site, they had ZX-10RR. I had them customized to say just ZX-10R. So the next con, of course, is the fitment. It is nowhere near as good as OEM fitment. I had to make a lot of adjustments just to get it to sit right and for me to be happy with it. The main thing was getting the fitment at the nose cone all sorted, clipped together, and then the tank cover as well, which kept popping out. So you will have to do some alterations to get it fitting like factory fairings. Now, next up, the paint quality. Yes, I've said it looks amazing and it probably does look fantastic to you on camera. However, if you get too close, you do see a lot of imperfections. Bear in mind, they are only £350 and £100 of that was shipping. So you could think, £250, what is the quality really going to be like? Well, there are a few issues, a couple of lacquer runs, some spots under the lacquer, some little chips, bits not getting full coverage of paint, this, that, the other. So just bear in mind, it is not perfect. You don't get a perfect finish with these, which I'm not surprised at being from China and for the price as well. So if you're not getting too close, you don't have to worry about it. And like I said, it looks good on camera and it looks good if you're just stood, a couple meters back looking at it. And then on the issues of the paint not being perfect, it is actually not that strong of a lacquer that has been used, as I've got a couple of rock chips on the front. Not ideal because they were only on a week and then I got like 5 rock chips. So I've had to buy a touch-up pen to fill them in. So there you go, few pros and cons of Chinese fairings. Basically, yes, they look great and they're cheap. Cons, they're a pain to fit and they're not perfect. So these are basically for someone like me who just wanted to stand out, wanted to be a bit different, and have a bike that didn't look like every other ZX-10R. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. That was just my insight on these fairings, as I had got a lot of questions, whether they're wrapped, painted, or new fairings. So if you do have any other questions, please drop them in the comment section down below, and see you in the next one.